What's going on? Anyway, today I want to talk about finding your purpose. Perhaps you're thinking about quitting your job, or you're just miserable doing the same thing over and over, whether it's your job, whether it's a routine, whatever it is. Many of us think about either quitting or finding something else, but we either feel like we don't deserve it, or we feel like we just don't know what it is. Many times, the feeling of not deserving it actually trips us from figuring out what it is that we want and that we're good at. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the 4 questions that you want to ask yourself to live an extraordinary life and to do what you love and are best at. What's going on? It's Felipe here with Social Buddha Education, and recently I had a client ask me about how to figure out his life purpose as well as what his passion was. Now, I know as many of you, we've all been there where we feel that we're going into work and we're wasting our life away. We're wasting every single day, every hour that we're being at work, and we're very unfulfilled and that sort of thing. So if this is, your case, I'm going to talk about 4 questions that you want to ask yourself and you really want to contemplate, reflect on, that can help you narrow down your life's purpose as well as what you want to be doing. Maybe for the next few years, maybe the rest of your life. I don't know. All right, the first question is, what do you love doing? So it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward, but you want to think about what you loved doing as a kid in your childhood. Also, what would you be doing if you weren't being paid for? I'm sure this is not the first time you've heard this, but it's an extremely important question to ask yourself. For me, for example, in terms of the coaching thing, I always, since I was 16, I was always thinking about lucid dreaming. I was thinking about, different states of consciousness and different things like that. So if you have something that you've always been into, whether it's your teenage years or your childhood, write that stuff down. Maybe you're still doing it and you're doing it just for fun. Maybe it's fitness. Maybe it's something that has nothing to do with work. Again, most of the time it'll be just things that you're already doing or have done in the past, and things that you would do regardless of whether you would get paid for or not. So that's an important question to really contemplate and reflect on. All right, the second question you want to ask yourself is, what are you really good at? What are you great at? What makes you unique, as well as what sets you apart in terms of skill sets, talents that you have? Perhaps you're really good with people. Perhaps you're great with details and being systematic. I know I have a friend who systemizes businesses and has helped me, in fact, with my own businesses. And he's just amazing at it, and that's what he loves. That's what sets him apart. So again, what are you really good at? Write down maybe a couple or a few different, talents or skills that you are extremely good at, more than most people. All right, and the third question you want to ask yourself is, how does your passion, what you love doing, what you would be doing even if you didn't get paid, as well as your skill and talent, in other words, what sets you apart, how does that fit into a need that society, your community, perhaps the world could use more of? For example, what I notice is that a lot of people struggle with their social and dating lives, specifically because of, we've all been hurt, we all have had emotional traumas, and so for me, I fit in terms of helping people heal and helping people gain more confidence and be more fulfilled in their everyday life. So how does your skill set and your passion align into fulfilling a need? And that need, again, is you're going to be paid in proportion to the amount of problems that you solve or how big those problems are. So figure that out. Again, you're not just going into, this is what I love, and other people will love it because I love it, which is one of the number 1 mistakes that many people do when they're starting a business or doing that kind of stuff, is that we project what we want and need onto others, so we think they're going to like what we like or need what we need. So again, start figuring out what people might need from what you love doing or what you're good at. And the fourth question is, what kind of lifestyle do you want to live? For this, honestly, I've overlooked it for many years. Even when I started the first few businesses, I didn't realize what I was getting into. So even if you're starting a business or if you're getting into a job or the career of your dreams, you want to figure out not only that you're doing what you love, that it's complementing your skill sets and your talents, as well as that you are creating impact within this business or career that you're getting into, but also you want to make sure that the structure of this job or this business in the long run complements the type of lifestyle that you want to live. For example, when I started doing wine tours, I didn't realize that I was getting into the transportation business, which means that the ability to work remotely was a lot more limited. Eventually, I did automate it and became a lot more remote, but it wasn't the ideal situation to grow a company of that specific type. Now, once I realized that, I really was, felt very stuck. So from that standpoint, before you get into anything, make sure that the type of thing, type of work, type of business complements the type of lifestyle you want to live. Perhaps you're comfortable being in one place and maybe traveling once a year or something like that, or you're more of wanting to have a digital nomad type of lifestyle, then the type of business might be more internet based, or it might be more remote, or whatever it is. Maybe it's more consulting and you're speaking with people over the phone or over, I don't know, Zoom or Skype or whatever it is. So figure out what kind of lifestyle you want to live, as well as the other questions that you ask yourself to narrow down specifically, as specific as possible, the type of job, career, or business that fulfills your purpose, your talents, and a need in the world. So I hope that helps. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Share it for anyone that's struggling with career choices or starting a business or going into another type of business, another career, whatever it is. Feel free to share it. Also subscribe on the link below and hit the bell button so you can get the notifications. And that's about it. We'll talk to you soon.